How's it going, everyone? We are coming up on one of the most anticipated weeks of new game releases since the PlayStation 5 was revealed all the way back in 2020. One of the most anticipated game releases of the year by far is dropping this week, and of course with that a bunch of other games are also dropping this week, but I think all eyes are on one JRPG. We'll talk about that and every other new release that's coming this week on PS4 and PS5. We've got a big PlayStation Plus freebie day one launch title, so that's always great to see, a big expansion, and of course an exclusive at the helm. First of all, let's start off with Final Fantasy XVI. We've been waiting on the release for the game for 3 years, and now it is finally here. Coming from the team over at Square Enix Creative Business Unit 3, at the helm is Naoki Yoshida, who had done a great job with Final Fantasy XIV, and he looks to parlay the success of that game into Final Fantasy XVI, and they already dropped a demo that has enticed so many people who I think weren't that interested in the game to become interested in the game. That demo was one of the shining showcase examples of what a demo can be. Take your PlayStation Plus premium trials, your 45-minute Hogwarts Legacy trials, throw them out the window and look at what Final Fantasy XVI did with its demo. Just a masterclass in how a demo should be done. On top of that, you do have a grittier, more mature take on Final Fantasy, and you're looking at something that is very action heavy. Maybe that's a little bit of a startling change for a lot of people, but at the same time, let's be honest, Final Fantasy XV, open world action RPG as well. That game had super fast action-paced gameplay, and Final Fantasy VII Remake, again, a lot of people played that in the more action-heavy style. Obviously, Final Fantasy XVI is really leaning on into the action gameplay, but it's looking fantastic. Incredible technical design in the game. Visuals look staggering, and yes, I do hear people talking about, oh, it can't maintain 60 frames per second. You might want to look at playing this game at the quality setting if you do want a more consistent performance. We'll see how that turns out. We had just heard that a pre-launch update will be dropping that'll hopefully improve performance and everything like that. So far, the game is shaping up to be one of the best of the year. The long wait is finally over. Final Fantasy XVI is due out on June 22nd. Next up, another major IP getting its latest entry. Look, let's not try to twist it and say it's as anticipated as Final Fantasy XVI, but Crash is getting its latest title, and Crash Team Rumble, very much a different Crash title. Crash Team Rumble takes Crash Bandicoot in a brand new direction, placing the series' iconic heroes and villains into a 4v4 team-based competition. Players will duke it out across a diverse and dangerous map as both teams race to be the first to collect and bank enough Wumpa Fruit to claim victory. Rise as a hero or feed your inner villain across a wild and insane cast of characters, each with their own unique skills and abilities. Teamwork is integral to every match as players must work together to battle the opposing team, defend their Wumpa Bank, and capture key points around the map to boost their score. Crash Team Rumble is out on June 20th. Next up, we have Aliens Dark Descent. Drop into the gripping journey of Aliens Dark Descent, a squad-based single-player action game in the iconic Alien franchise. Lead your soldiers in real time to stop a new and terrifying kind of xenomorph outbreak. This is a budget title at $39.99. The game notes face off in a gripping original Alien story. Lead strategically and change squad tactics from mission to mission, carefully managing your soldiers' health, resources, and sanity to avoid permanent team losses and mental breakdowns. Forge unique paths for survival in a persistent world, uncovering shortcuts, create safe zones, and setting up motion trackers to stay one step ahead of these creatures. Assemble and level up squads composed of 5 starting Marines classes with dozens of specializations, unique abilities, and weapons. Aliens Dark Descent is due out on June 20th. Next up, we have Robolt. Get ready for a fantastically frantic side-scrolling run-and-gun in Robolt. Presented in blazing fast pixel art style, Robolt casts to see you as a little robot that can rapidly fire laser bolts as they sprint along, featuring 16 levels across 4 different world stages are packed with enemies that can be quickly dismantled by our projectiles or by hopping on their heads, but beware of the big bosses at the end of each world. Run, jump, and shoot in side-scrolling pixel art style, master 16 levels across 4 unique worlds, and take down massive bosses and hordes of smaller baddies. Robolt is due out on June 20th. Next up, it's been out on PC and Xbox and Nintendo Switch, but finally coming to PlayStation 4 and 5, coming to PlayStation Plus Extra on day one, we have Rogue Legacy 2. Rogue Legacy 2 is what you'd get if you mash Rogue Legacy and a sequel together. Every time you die, your children will succeed you, and each child is unique. Your daughter might be colorblind archer, and your son might be a pacifistic chef. Either way, one of them is getting conscripted. Obviously, if you're a fan of action platforming roguelites, this is going to be something right up your alley. The game has been received incredibly well with an 80 88 on Metacritic. You've got wildly new classes, no two classes play the same. Brand new style, we're taking a whole new artistic approach to Rogue Legacy 2. The sequel features 2.5D stylings with 3D characters, revamped biome generation, true Metroidvania experience, relics, and resolve, and much more. Rogue Legacy 2 will be dropping day one onto PlayStation Plus Extra, so that's incredibly exciting, and the game will officially be released on June 20th. Next up, we have the Bookwalker Thief of Tales. The Bookwalker is a narrative adventure in which you play as Entine Quist, a writer-turned-thief with the ability to dive into books. Use your powers to journey between reality and book world and steal legendary items like Thor's Hammer and Excalibur to restore your ability to write. Seems to be a pretty interesting narrative-driven title. We'll see how it turns out. The Bookwalker Thief of Tales is dropping on June 22nd. Next up, we have the latest expansion to a popular MMO, The Elder Scrolls Online Necrom will be dropping this week. Traverse the Telvanni Peninsula in Morrowind and preserve secrets ascribed to the unfathomable realms of Apocrypha. Unlock the runic powers of a brand new class itself, the Arcanist, and fight to uphold reality itself. Elder Scrolls Online was another one of those MMOs that had a bit of a rocky start, but at this point has been received much better. The Elder Scrolls Online Necrom is the latest major expansion to the game at the price of $39.99. Elder Scrolls Online Necrom will be dropping this week. Next up, we have Harmony, The Fall of Reverie, coming from talented studio Don't Nod, who have put out a lot of notable titles. The fate of humanity is at stake. Use your gift of clairvoyance to see the future and stop an apocalypse that threatens the balance between your world and the deities. In the very near future, when Polly returns home after a few years abroad to look for her missing mother, she quickly realizes that her hometown has drastically changed. A mega corporation named MK is using its power to control the population, and her community is in danger. She soon discovers she has the gift of clairvoyance that connects her to the Reverie, the realm of the aspirations of humanity, glory, bliss, power, chaos, bond, and truth. In this world, Polly becomes Harmony, a goddess who has the power to choose the aspiration that will ultimately rule over Reverie and restore the delicate balance between the deity's world and ours. Harmony, The Fall of Reverie is due out later this week. Next up, we have Skautfold, Usurper, a Metroidvania title. Usurper is a Metroidvania action RPG with eldritch horrors having been unleashed by the outer-worldly Citadel. Your job is to rid London of its terrors. Use the new guard system that rewards skillfully play and accuracy to uncover the massive structure and defeat the nightmares lurking within. The game dropped on PC back in February of 2018. Now it comes to PlayStation 5 later this week. Next up, we have Novalands, coming from Hypertrain Digital. Novalands is a factory-building, exploration, and island management game. Explore, engage in combat, and automate your industry. The planet you're in is full of mysteries, creatures, people, and things to do. Welcome to your new home amongst the stars. Definitely has a bit of a throwback visual style, but the game focuses on base building, automation. Where are the bots? The bots are the tipping point where your ingenuity will begin to shine. These little self-sufficient machines can form entire production chains and sustain your industry all on its own. So you've got a plethora of islands and exploration and a variety of combat mechanics as well. Novalands is due out on June 22nd. Next up, we have The Last Hero of Nostalgia. The Last Hero of Nostalgia is a satirical action-adventure brought to life by a twisted and wicked tale featuring hard but fair combat, full character customization, unique battle armor, and engaging narrative mechanics rich in lore. Nostalgia plunges you into almost certain death at every run. The game came out on PC back in October of 2022. Very positive reception, with 700 Steam reviews and 87% of those reviews being positive. The Last Hero of Nostalgia out on PS5 later this week. And lastly, we have the release of Sonic Origins Plus, which is a lot of content for Sonic fans. Explore 4 classic remastered Sonic titles: Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in high definition, with all new opening and ending animations for each title. Spin dash your way through numerous zones, includes previously released add-on content, complete missions, and unlock mirror mode, and play as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 3, and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. And for the first time, play as Amy the Rose in the legendary classic title. Sonic Origins Plus is due out on June 23rd. And that's gonna do it for me. Again, with Final Fantasy XVI at the helm, we have a loaded week of new game releases. Rogue Legacy 2, a major release on Plus as well. Elder Scrolls Online Necrom is gonna be something a lot of people spend time on, and a lot of smaller titles rounding out the lineup. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.